But, I want to welcome our next guest who's here with us, the beautiful, the lovely, the extremely talented. And I looked her up on is it IMDb? Yeah, I always say IDMB. I looked her up on IMDb, and it was like a 17-sheet printout. But there's a couple things that are very important to me that I want to talk to her about. Please help me in welcoming the gorgeous Lucy Lawless.
Welcome.
Hello, Lucy. Thank you so much for being
I'm
here.
getting caught up in the trades here.
I
love In Touch.
See, yeah. I do too. We've got to get In Touch to sponsor this show because that is my mag. I've always said to everyone when I would find myself on the pages of Us Weekly or People, it wasn't really the truth. It was sort of like a nice, well, not probably anymore because Us Weekly's kind of gotten a little more tabloid, but In Touch tells the truth, the brutal.
So
truth.
Hang on, did you get married to whoever you ended up?
No,
on that show?
No.
No.
What I did was...
Did you consummate the relationship in any way, Bob?
A gentleman would never discuss that, of course.
So, answer the question.
But, yeah, I'm not a gentleman. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I went on a show that made fun of The Bachelor. And what had happened was at the end of the season, of course, I didn't give her a ring or anything, because I didn't want to, I didn't want to do that. So I said, we'll date and see how it goes. And tried to toe the company line for the next 4 months of hell. Absolute hell.
Was this Krista? Was that?
No, that was the first season. That's how. And I wasn't the lucky guy to end up with her because she ended up with my friend Ryan. They ended up getting married. I went on to do the next show, which was The Bachelor, and had my own bevy of beauties to choose from. And
all bachelors are friends.
Yes. Well, no, I'm only friends with Ryan, and then I know Andrew Firestone, and that's it. I've never met the other guys. Uh-huh. So those are my only two guys I got on my what do you call it, my stable.
Are they still married, Krista and what's her name?
Yeah.
Really?
They made it.
Good for them, eh?
Yeah, no kidding, right? Because it's kind of amazing that you would get through something like that and actually marry the person.
I'd say so.
Because at the end of my thing, I was like, I had said it going into it, I am not marrying this person, just so everyone knows. Like, to the producer, I'm like, I'll date her and see how it goes, and if I really like her, whoever it ends up being, then I will date her for a period of time, but I am not going to marry this person because I just got divorced. That was my mindset. So I was like, I'm going to go on, I'll marry this person.
So you've already got your first marriage out of the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to start racking them up like Ross from Friends and have like 7. I'd rather have, if I'm going to get divorced, maybe, once is bad enough. Maybe twice, God forbid. This is not, of course, I'm very happy in my current marriage, and I would never want.
Oh, you are married?
Yes. Well, that's how I was getting to it. So I went on a show to make fun of The Bachelor, and ABC had hired a woman from their daytime show, All My Children, who was kind of like the man-eater on All My Children, to host it.
Did she eat ya?
She ate me. That's how we got married. Literally 7 months later, we got hitched. Isn't that amazing? We met on the show. I was like, oh, my God, and I just fell for her immediately. And the interesting thing was, at the end of taping of that series, it was for ABC Family Channel, the guy that was doing the camera that was always on me, because they had a still on me, they had a still on her, and then they had a group of people that had like one big camera that would, kind of, what do you call it, scan the people. Yeah. And he said, he goes, hey, let me get the two of you together for a picture. So Rebecca and I kind of put our arms on each other. He goes, yeah, I might as well get a picture of the only couple that's ever going to come out of one of these shows. And takes a picture. And we were both like, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Huh?
That was the money shot.
There you go.
You're so gracious to be here with me. Thank you for coming.
Is this a money shot? Is this a money shot? Are you going to make it?
She's got a history with Anne Heche, and it was James Tupper from Men in Trees. Do you watch the show?
I haven't seen the show.
She has a history of getting with her love interest on the show. On every show she's been on, because it was Steve Martin first. Then it was...
You're good, man.
Oh, I'm a gossip
hound. Ages ago?
Ellen DeGeneres.
I hear he has a really big winger.
Steve Martin has a big winger?
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah, it's the truth.
It's the truth.
John might be
I stood next to him at Dodger
like
Stadium one time.
Shut up.
Like Long John Silver. No kidding.
Long John Silver? So he's like Captain Hook in the pants? Now, Lucy, you've obviously done so much, and I want to talk about all the things you've done, but one of my favorite things...
I have not done Steve Martin.
But you've not done Steve Martin, so you're not speaking from first-hand experience.
No.
You did, however, do celebrity duets.
Yeah.
Which I love. I love the whole idea of the celebrity shows.
Reality.
I love
really?
celebrity duets. I love skating with celebrities. I love dancing with the stars. I love all of them.
Uh-huh.
And I want to do one. I wanted to do celebrity duets so bad they wouldn't have me.
You got to do something that's real scary.
Yeah, well, they're going to do one magician.
They wouldn't have you?
Well, it was kind of a weird thing because Fox they looked at me as the ABC guy. Right, so they were like, So then...
ooh, there's time enough for you, Bob.
I know, right? And then E came to me with magic with celebrities. And they're going to have like David Copperfield and David Blaine. This is what they're kicking around. Yeah. Teaching celebrities how to do magic. Okay. And I'm not very magical in that regard, but I wouldn't mind trying. So was that a great experience for you? And was it because, and what a lot of people might not know is you were a judge on the New Zealand Idol.
No. Oh,
weren't you?
No, I know. I went in there once. Yeah.
Did that kind of get you?
I never thought of that, but yeah, I did. No, it wasn't that. It was just, you try to help people out who are, somebody asks you, come and be on my show like this here with you today. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well, if I can, I don't mind.
I know you're
doing
so
it,
sweet
you
to
know.
come. I know you were on holiday and you came
Yeah.
down. I really appreciate
That's
it.
all right.
I was peppering you with phone
had
calls.
Had enough in Monterey.
Yeah, right? Exactly. You can only have so much
No,
time
it
away.
was awesome. It was awesome. But, yeah.
So the celebrity duets, it was a good experience. Who was your
So
partner?
good. I sang with Smokey Robinson 3 times. Dionne Warwick, Kenny Loggins.
I love Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Kenny Loggins. he was still,
all right.
if you go back to, I did a whole sort of retrospective of the stuff, and he's kind of like Jesus.
Right.
Like he looks like
He
Jesus.
looks like him with a beard.
So it's like an old Catholic girl. Like I'm like, going, that's hot, man.
You're like, I love me some Jesus.
Anyway, then you meet them and you get to know them as a human being, and that ruins everything. But,
Right, unfortunately.
But he's fantastic. I loved meeting Kenny. Richard Marx was a really big surprise. He's
Yeah.
a cool guy.
I saw him in concert for free at Hart Plaza, Detroit. This was like way back in
'cause
the
he's
early
from
80s.
Illinois, yeah.
And he was playing with
Chicago.
Cheap Trick, and it was like a free concert. And Richard Marx, that was when he had still the huge hair,
Yeah.
blew me away. He was so good.
He's really great. He's
And
a
he
great
writes
person.
songs for a ton of people, too,
Yeah.
even today.
Yeah, I was very jealous I didn't get to sing with Winona Judd, but
Yeah.
it's like, oh well, can't
I
have
love it,
everything,
though.
mustn't grumble.
Did you end up winning it? You ended
I
up coming
came
to the
second.
finals. Yeah.
Me and Alfonso won.
Right.
Alfonso Ribeiro from
Fresh
Fresh Prince.
How was Hal Sparks?
Great.
Was he cool?
I love him.
Yeah, he was a pretty
Yeah.
fun guy. I've done some things with him in the
It's
past.
really funny. Hal has a, people sometimes think they don't like him, the
Right.
way he comes across on screen or something, but I've got to say, he's like the best human being on that whole show. Just as a human being,
Just
the
giving and-
finest human being, I
Yeah.
think.
I loved him when
met.
Queers spoke.
Oh, he was great on there.
He's
Yeah.
great. He's
Yeah.
a really good person. He's really talented, just generous,
I
spiritual
love hearing
guy.
that.
Yeah, I dig, just great human being. But yeah.
So it was a great experience for you.
So good, and I really recommend it. Doing something terrifying is the payoff's really good.
Right.
And often we do it, and sometimes you flame out, right? I've horribly failed publicly many times, but the times when it works, it's like ace. And I figure you'll never be sorry for the times that you burned out.
Right, because
never
you
sorry,
kicked ass on so many other levels.
Right, and as an old lady or an old man, you can look back and go, shit, man.
I gave it my
really,
best.
Can you say shit on this?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can't help it. There you go. I'm a trucker.
That's
I'm a trucker
right.
from way back. But, you want to know that you lived bravely, right?
Right, because otherwise you're not an artist anyways, right? You got to take chances,
Yeah, I guess so.
you know, or there's no payoff.
Like when something's scary, you haven't, run towards it.
Yeah, it's generally my technique. I've
Hey,
failed many times
okay,
already.
have you guys already talked about Brittany shaving her hair off?
We have.
I love it!
I love it, too.
It's what every divorcing woman does.
Seriously?
It is a symbol of divorce, man. It's like,
Really?
bye-bye. I am becoming my own man, basically. Like I do not have any visible means of male support.
That's what I said. This President's Day has been like Christmas Day for me because of all the things going down. And the guy that cuts my hair cuts Brittany's hair. And so I texted him when I
Say,
saw
give me
it.
a number one.
I'm like, buddy, you're out of work. He's like, yeah, I'm not happy about this. It wasn't Christmas Day to him. We got a caller. We have Angela from San Diego. Hi, Angela. You got a question for Lucy?
Hi, yeah, Lucy. I just want to say first off that your concerts in January were awesome.
Oh, thanks. You came, obviously.
Yeah, I was like right at the stage.
Oh, bless you.
Stage left, I think.
Yeah.
And I just had to go in both shows. It was great.
Oh, thanks so much for coming. I just love you all so much. That was cool.
Do you have a question?
Yeah.
For Lucy?
Are you or were you ever planning on doing a music tour?